one of the richest nations in the world. A land of natural resources, thriving cities, and strong institutions. But behind the skyline of Toronto and the towers of Vancouver, some cities are slipping through the cracks. Some are quietly dying. They're losing people, losing jobs, losing hope. And if a major economic downturn hits, they'll be the first to fall. Here are the top 10 Canadian cities most at risk of economic collapse. The reasons? Aging populations, vanishing industries, infrastructure decay, and economies held together by weak threads. Let's dive into the danger zone. Number 10, St. John, New Brunswick. It used to be a jewel of East Coast industry, a city built on oil, shipping, and blue-collar strength. But today, St. John is stuck. It's overdependent on one giant, Irving Oil. And that's dangerous. If global oil demand keeps falling, or Ottawa pushes stricter environmental laws, Irving could pull out. That would be catastrophic. Thousands of jobs gone. Local businesses crushed. The real estate market frozen. St. John is also shrinking. Young people leave. Seniors stay. The tax base is thinning. And public services are stretched thin. Without new industries or a serious reinvention, St. John risks becoming a rusted port with Wi-Fi and not much else. Number 9, Thunder Bay, Ontario. Nestled near Lake Superior, Thunder Bay is stunning. But economic beauty? That's another story. This city is deeply isolated from major markets, and its economy leans heavily on public sector jobs, especially in healthcare. Over 40% of Thunder Bay's workforce is tied to health, education, and government. If the province cuts back, thousands of people are vulnerable. The private sector is weak. Tech startups don't last. Manufacturing is gone. Logistics face serious challenges due to poor connectivity and transportation bottlenecks. Add in a declining population and aging infrastructure, and Thunder Bay is stuck in a slow downward spiral. Revitalization efforts exist, but without bold investment and stronger ties to Southern Ontario, this city could stay on the edge for years. Number 8, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. The Sioux lives and breathes steel, and that's a problem. Algoma steel dominates the city's economy, but the global steel market is brutal. Cheaper steel from Asia, rising carbon taxes, and automation are threats that never sleep. If steel takes a hit, so does the city. Mass layoffs, empty stores, dying neighborhoods. Beyond steel, the economy is paper thin. Tourism is small and shrinking. Electricity costs are high. The population is aging fast. The Sioux is caught in a trap, overdependence, and underdiversification. And unless it pivots toward new industries, like green tech or advanced manufacturing, its fate may be sealed in rust. Number 7, Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador. Corner Brook rides on a single engine, paper. The pulp and paper mill is its heart, and that heart is weakening. In a world of smartphones and tablets, newsprint demand is crashing. Every year, paper consumption drops, and every year, the mill grows more vulnerable. If the mill closes, thousands will be out of work. The local economy would collapse overnight. There's no backup plan. Add in long winters, geographic isolation, poor infrastructure, and high shipping costs, and you get a city sitting on a time bomb. Tourism helps, but only for a few months a year. Corner Brook needs a complete economic rethink, because Plan A is dying, and Plan B doesn't exist yet. Number 6, Timmins, Ontario. Timmins is a classic Canadian mining town. Gold, zinc, silver. That's its lifeblood. But there's a hard truth. Mining towns live on borrowed time. When the ore runs dry or gets too expensive to extract, the jobs disappear. Commodity prices are volatile. Environmental regulations are tightening, and extraction costs keep rising. Timmins also suffers from weak infrastructure and limited education options. There's no major university, few high-skill jobs, so the youth leave and they don't come back. It's rich in minerals, but poor in future prospects. If the next commodity crash hits, Timmins could turn into a ghost shaft. Number 5, Sydney, Nova Scotia. Steel and coal made Sydney strong. Now they're gone, and so is the economic backbone. What remains is fragile. Government jobs, education, tourism, but none are thriving. Youth unemployment is high. Wages are low. Private investment is almost non-existent. The city's roads and water systems are aging, and many businesses rely on federal or provincial funding to survive. If those subsidies shrink or a recession hits hard, Sydney could slide into full-blown collapse. It's a city rich in history, culture, and pride. But without economic fuel, pride alone won't power the future. Number 4, Prince Rupert, British Columbia. This Pacific port had big dreams. It was supposed to rival Vancouver. It was supposed to connect Canada to Asia like never before. But things didn't go as planned. Yes, the port brings in some jobs, but the city is dangerously dependent on global shipping, especially with China. Trade wars, tariffs, global slowdowns, all hit Prince Rupert hard. There's no major private sector beyond the port. Tech? Almost none. Finance? Zero. Tourism? Minimal. The city is expensive, remote, and aging, and its housing market is out of reach for many residents. One serious global shipping crisis, and Prince Rupert could unravel fast. Number 3, Valdor, Quebec. Right now, Valdor is booming. Lithium, gold, copper. It's riding the green energy wave. But booms don't last forever. They never do. If commodity prices tank or environmental rules tighten, Valdor could crash hard. The city is also cut off from Quebec's urban core. It has poor tech infrastructure, weak service industries, and limited cultural pull for young talent. It's a one-industry town dressed as a gold rush. And once the rush ends, the silence could be deafening. Number 2, North Bay, Ontario. North Bay is stuck. Not rural, not urban, not growing, not shrinking fast, but fading. It depends on a military base, a university, and some tourism. But all three are under stress. CFB North Bay has scaled back. Nipissing University is losing enrollment. Tourism is seasonal and weak. Job creation is slow. The city isn't attracting startups or investors. Young people leave, and once they're gone, they rarely return. North Bay is fighting hard to stay relevant, but the foundations are cracking. One major shutdown, and it could fall like a domino. Number 1, Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. Cape Breton is a treasure. Beautiful, scenic, deeply cultural. But economically, it's crumbling. The steel mills are closed. The coal mines are history. There are barely any private sector jobs left. The island relies on federal aid, healthcare, education, social services. Everything is government supported. Unemployment is among the highest in the country. Our migration is brutal, and infrastructure is falling apart. If even 10% of federal funding dries up, Cape Breton could plunge into crisis. It's a place people love to visit, but few want to stay. And without big ideas and serious investment, Cape Breton's future could vanish like the industries before it. Final thoughts. Canada is strong but uneven. Some cities are booming with tech, trade, and innovation. Others are stuck in the past, barely hanging on. These 10 cities show the risks of economic dependence, poor diversification, and demographic decay. They're the canaries in the coal mine. And if the next recession hits or government budgets tighten, these are the places that could fall first. But nothing is written in stone. With vision, investment, and leadership, even the most vulnerable cities can rise again. They just need a plan and the courage to act before it's too late. Will they fall or rise? The clock is ticking.